You know what holds most people back? It's not their talent. It's not their opportunities. It's their own self-image. We achieve what we believe we can achieve. It's that simple. When you decide to act like you're the best, you set a new standard for yourself. I've seen this play out so many times in my life. People with average abilities outperforming those with exceptional talent simply because they believed they could. Think about that person you know who isn't necessarily the most gifted, but somehow they always succeed. What's their secret? They've decided to act as if they're capable of greatness, that they are the best. I'm Sia, and on this channel we talk about how to live your best life even when you don't know where to start. There's no complicated theories, just honest conversations about the real challenges we all face on a day-to-day basis. And if you think acting like you're the best is pretending, stay with me. It's more than that, much more. It's about recognizing that you have potential that's still untapped. When you act like someone who's successful, something shifts. Opportunities start to appear. People respond differently. And most importantly, evidence begins to confirm your new self-image. The choice is yours. You can act like someone who's not good enough, or you can act like someone who's destined for greatness. I know what I'd choose. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. How do you do this? Let's start with your morning. The best don't wake up and immediately doubt themselves. They don't think, woe is me, another day of failure awaits me. Not at all. They begin with confidence. So try setting an intention for the day. Today, I'll approach everything as if I'm already successful at it. And then, next, look at how you speak. Not just to others, but to yourself. Replace I'll try with I will. Cut out the I'm not sure I can and replace it with I'm figuring out how to. Your environment matters too. Is your space organized in a way that supports excellence? Do the people around you believe in greatness or settle for average? Then there's your work ethic. The best don't wait for motivation. They commit to showing up consistently, whether they feel like it or not. But here's the key. This isn't about being perfect. It's about approaching each day with the mindset that you're capable of excellence, even when you make mistakes. I'm sure Einstein made mistakes. So know that each small choice adds up. The decision to prepare for a meeting, the choice to speak up when you have an idea, the commitment to follow through on what you say you'll do. These actions might seem small, but they're creating something powerful, a new identity. And little by little, you become the person you're acting like. Great, someone capable of excellence. And then there's another concept that for me, has changed my life. It's simple but powerful. You need to live as if. So what does that mean? It means behaving as if you've already achieved your goals, as if you're already the person you want to become. If you want to be healthy, you make choices as if you're already a healthy person. If you want to be successful in business, you make decisions as if you're already a successful business person. This works because your brain can't always tell the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. Science has proven this time and time again. When you consistently act as if, your brain creates new neural pathways that support this new way of being. I've used this in my own life. When facing doubts, I asked myself, how would I handle this if I were confident and the best at doing this? Then I did exactly that. Did it feel uncomfortable at first? Absolutely. But the more I practiced, the more natural it became. The as-if principle bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's not about denying reality. Far from that. It's about creating a new reality through consistent actions. The fastest way to excellence, study those who are already there. Find people who are successful in areas where you want to succeed. Look at how they think, how they make decisions, and how they handle challenges. Then Incorporate those patterns into your own life. This doesn't mean copying someone else's personality. It means understanding their mindset and adapting it to your unique situation. If you can't connect with these people directly, read their books, listen to their interviews, study their habits. There's so much you can learn from observing their approach to life. And today there's so many ways to do this. I've made this a regular practice. When facing a new challenge, I think about someone who excels in that area. I ask myself, what would they do in this situation? Often, just this simple question gives me clarity. Remember, the people you admire most weren't born with special abilities. They developed specific ways of thinking and acting that led to their success. And you can develop the same patterns. Be intentional about who you spend time with. We naturally absorb the attitudes and expectations of those around us. Whenever possible, surround yourself with people you aspire to be like. Their standards will become your standards. Their mindset will become your mindset. And suddenly, excellence starts to feel normal. Let's be honest, doubts will come up. Even the most successful, confident people question themselves sometimes. The key isn't eliminating doubt. It's about not letting doubt control your actions. When you hear that inner voice questioning your abilities, recognize it for what it is. It's just a thought, not a fact. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to believe everything your mind tells you. Instead of fighting against doubts, acknowledge them, then gently set them aside. Choose your next action based on your goals, not your fears. One powerful strategy is to concentrate on the process rather than the outcome. You can't always control results, but you can control your effort, your preparation, and your attitude. And remember, feeling nervous about something important is normal. It doesn't mean you're not capable. Often, it simply means you care. The more you practice taking action despite your doubts, the easier it becomes, till it's part of your DNA. Here's something that might surprise you. The strongest people I know are very aware of their weaknesses. They don't ignore them or pretend they don't exist. The difference is they don't let their weaknesses define them. Instead, they focus primarily on their strengths while working strategically to improve these weak areas. Failures are inevitable. Everyone experiences failure. But failure doesn't determine your worth or your potential. When you mess up, and we all do, treat it as data, not as a final verdict on your abilities. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I approach it differently the next time? I failed countless times, but each failure taught me something valuable that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. Yes, sometimes I cringe looking back, but I wouldn't be where I am today without my failures. Failures are necessary steps towards growth. So acknowledge your limitations, learn from your mistakes, and then continue to act from a place of believing you can grow and succeed. When you start living this way, incredible things happen. Your confidence grows naturally because it's based on action, not just positive thinking. You stop comparing yourself to others. You're focused on becoming your best self, not someone else's version of you. This alone brings so much peace. Your decisions improve because you're making them from a place of strength rather than fear. You consider options differently when you believe in your abilities. Even setbacks feel different. Instead of being evidence that you can't succeed, they become temporary obstacles, stepping stones on the path to success. The truth is, we all have so much more potential than we realize. Most of us use just a fraction of our capabilities. But when you decide to act as if you are the best, you tap into hidden reserves you didn't even know were there. And suddenly, you're on the way to becoming your best self. So in conclusion, the moment you decide to be extraordinary is the moment your life begins to change. Act as if you are the best. No one is better than you. This isn't about arrogance. It's about honoring the incredible potential that exists within yourself. It's about lifting yourself up to meet your full capabilities. When you act as if you are the best, you become the best. Not overnight, but gradually, consistently, and inevitably. So as you go through your day to day, ask yourself, how would I approach this situation if I truly believed I was the best? Then do exactly that. I'd love to hear how this mindset shift works for you. So share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, give the video a like and subscribe. And if you'd like to learn how to eliminate chaos from your life, click on the video in the top right-hand corner. Till next time. And remember, you have everything you need to be extraordinary. You just need to act like it.